Alright, you're back with Clearly Blind Productions. This is Jerry.
And as always, the co-host, Zach.
And we are recording this because we fuck up introductions, so
yeah, we forgot to put one. We forgot to put it at the beginning of this video. But please enjoy. It's really long. And we're back with Clearly Blind Productions, I guess, maybe. This time, we run this recording like 3 times. But anyway, instead of talking about the things we normally want to talk about, because we have a lot to talk about, but today we're going to talk about anime, apparently. I guess that's going to be the big thing.
Well, it was something that I was just about to... We could start with that, I guess. So, I know anime's got a lot of stupid filler bullshit, but look, anime is fucking great. Like, okay, so what started this conversation is I was seeing this story arc about Naruto that I would agree is probably one of the best story arcs of Naruto, and Zach here says that he hasn't even fucking watched Naruto.
That's amazing because I'm the one that's normally nerdy about everything.
yeah. Well, when it comes to anime, I can nerd out heavily on anime.
I could just never... I was a big anime fan growing up because I grew up in a generation where Toonami was like the biggest thing.
Yeah, man.
So, I mean, I got really used to Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Mobile Suit Gundam, Gundam Wing, and through all those, that's why mecha is my favorite genre of anime.
Right. You know, that's funny because I think I come right after that. Because when I started watching anime was when Naruto had first come out. One Piece, like, as far as in America.
Right.
We're saying in America. One Piece had just come out like a few years earlier in America. Like, I remember watching the first season of One Piece on Fox Kids, a thing that doesn't even fucking exist anymore.
Whoa, hold on. Was Fox Kids a thing when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's still... So, I think Fox Kids must have got out probably not long after me. Like, because I was like 9 when I seen One Piece for the first time on Fox Kids.
Okay.
But the next time I would have seen One Piece would have been on Toonami a few years later. Actually, I probably would have been 15 when Toonami first picked up One Piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. But, yeah, man. That's, like, mine was ninjas and fucking Soul Reapers and Death Note and, like, so Bleach, One Piece, Naruto, Code Geass. Code Geass is what made me fall in love with mechs.
What?
Yes, because I love Code Geass. Like, I aspired to be Lelouch.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We can't be friends, dude. That shit immediately turned me off to most anime at the time.
Why?
It was just so dramatic. Like, I'm a really dramatic person. But my god, dude, it was just so much. It's just like, I have that friend, you know, who is this big, burly gym rat, and he loves girly anime. And he tells me these anime to watch, and I watch them, and I'm just like, are you serious? This is what you like to watch?
Okay. How many episodes did you watch of Code Geass?
Hit and miss, like, maybe 5 or 6.
Okay.
If you don't get me by episode 3, I'm not interested in that's any show.
Right. Okay.
Because Breaking Bad had me in the first, like, 2 minutes. The opening where he was just naked in the fucking desert. And
yeah,
he was
like,
holding
why
a gun.
the fuck?
Yeah, dude, I was just like, alright, you have my attention, Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, it was just this whole, you know, that whole thing just really had me. And
you didn't want to see The Fall of Britannia? A fucking alternate universe where Britain goes ahead and keeps its empire?
I don't care. It
turns into mechs?
It did not. I mean, it just doesn't appeal to me, man. Like, but you know what did appeal to me was Big O. Big O really appealed to me.
Well, I can understand that. It's a Batman.
I mean, yeah, it's
a Batman.
Yeah,
but don't get me wrong. I love Big O and I love mechs in general. Like, cause I loved Gundam before Code Geass, but Code Geass, it was like, I want a goddamn nightmare frame. Like, I want, like, to do the most. But then, you have to think about it this way, though. Alongside Code Geass, they started trying to show, I think that was the first time I ever seen Evangelion Neon Genesis. Like,
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Whatever, yeah, exactly. Like, that would have been because that was the first time I seen that, too. around that same time.
If you've never seen Neon Genesis Evangelion, please watch every iteration of this show. It is by far one of the better anime I've ever seen. The pinnacle of anime, of course, is still Cowboy Bebop.
Yes, but I just remembered why I even... Do you want to know how I was first introduced to Neon Genesis Evangelion?
How's that?
A goddamn love dating simulator called Love Hinata In. It was a fucking Flash game that had the characters from fucking Neon Genesis in it. Even the angels, like there was this one thing, like it was a yes, dude, it was a fucking click Flash game where you would click on like this little street lamp, and the angel with the fucking that almost looked like a trash heap or whatever showed up and would talk to you, and it was and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Mind you, I was like 12 when I fucking seen this, so yeah, man.
I fuck this podcast. That's my one per episode. I just want to talk to you now. I don't want to talk to the world. I have so many questions. Why were you, a 12-year-old boy, playing dating sims that just had giant?
I was horny.
That's fair. Okay,
all of the characters in that were half naked, and you could fuck them.
Was this on Newgrounds?
Yes, it was.
Newgrounds used to be so cool.
Newgrounds, yeah. Side note, Newgrounds, the fucking place to be as a teenage kid.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. That's really. I've seen some real fucked up Flash games on Newgrounds.
Yeah, dude, there was one for The Legend of Zelda on there too that fucking it used the Link to the Past shit.
Yeah.
And like you could go and fuck Zelda and all this other shit, and like some of the other characters like Naminé and shit like that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Gross. Listen, so we're getting off topic again. We can do that because we're talking about Newgrounds. Okay, so anime. So, okay. Cowboy Bebop is still the pinnacle, though, correct?
Oh, of course.
What is the saddest you've seen that's not Cowboy Bebop?
The saddest anime I've seen that's not Cowboy Bebop.
Yes.
I'm trying to think if there's any that I've... Oh. The only one that I can think of right offhand that just really competes on a sadness level, because this one actually made me cry, is Full Metal Alchemist.
I was hoping you were going to say Full Metal Alchemist.
Because of the just one fucking scene alone. And I already know which one it is that you're probably going to say. It's the entire episode of... goddamn, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's the entire episode of that one guy who ends up becoming a brigadier general when he dies. I can't remember his name, but he's got the daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And that entire fucking episode is just nothing but tears. Because she's all like, oh my god. Like, I remember, like, the lead up to it. Like, he's, like, sitting there trying to talk to... he's calling headquarters to tell them like what's about to fucking happen, and he cannot get a hold of anybody because the homunculus have gone through and cut all the lines that are cutting communications and stuff like that, and Lust comes up on him and yams her fingers through his heart and kills him in the phone booth, and he cannot get the words out what's going on because he had figured it out. He had figured out that the leader of the fucking Full Metal Alchemist was a homunculus.
Yep, Fuhrer Bradley.
Yes.
Yep.
He found out that he was a fucking homunculus, and he was trying to let everybody know, and he killed him. Or she killed him. Lust.
Yep.
And then the entire episode was nothing but fucking tears after that. His daughter's all like, no, don't bury daddy, he has to do work. That shit shattering. God. Yeah, like he's got work tomorrow and shit like that. Like, it heartbreaking. And then fucking you got Colonel Mustang standing on a hilltop just before his grave, or just next to his grave or whatever, and he's just like looking out into the sky, and his lieutenant comes up on him and is all like, are you gonna be okay? And he turns and just looks up, and he's like, it's a great day for rain, and then just starts fucking crying. Like he's got tears running down his face. And like, you gotta think, like, Colonel Mustang at that time before then, like, was one of the baddest characters on there. You know,
very stoic, very strong guy.
Exactly,
Yeah, Roy,
exactly.
Yeah, I remember Roy Mustang.
So then when you see him crying, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just heartbreaking. That whole episode is just heartbreaking.
This is Brotherhood, not the original, right?
Both have this.
Oh,
Yes, just like the daughter-father scene with the scientist that mutates his daughter with.
The Chimera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like those two both are in both Brotherhood and Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay.
Yeah, and they are both fucking horrible things to watch. Like, they are hard things to watch. Like, I'm telling you, people, if you ever go and watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or either one, like I said, you got Full Metal Alchemist, then you got Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. One is the first adaptation that was put to animation. The second one follows more along to the manga and is more flushed out.
Brotherhood, it's the one that's more fleshed out.
Yeah, Brotherhood's the more flushed out one. And arguably the better one, just because it is more flushed out. But, both of them, fuck, dude, they've got really horrible things happening in them.
That's why I was going to say, I think
There's an entire town underneath this fucking cultist dude that has a fucking makeshift Philosopher's Stone. That's like episode fucking 1.
Of both of them?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah. You know what? I need to watch Brotherhood. I actually have been meaning to watch Brotherhood forever, and Brotherhood I think is short enough that I can watch it.
It's only 2 seasons, I think.
Yeah.
So
Because Tokyo Ghoul is only 2 seasons so far. I don't think, I think that the third season is actually already out, but I haven't had any time to really sit down and watch it, but I really love Tokyo Ghoul. I really loved Trigun. Trigun was the one I was going to say.
Trigun's a really good one too.
Very sad at the end.
Oh my god, yeah, the ending of Trigun was the very first episode of Trigun I ever seen.
Yeah.
The fucking ending. Yeah,
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, so the very first thing I see of Trigun is the fucking ending where the two twins are fucking kids and growing up and doing whatever, and then they have to kill each other, and one of them murders the entire crew of the other. No, the whole fucking thing was horrible, and then I was like, I have to watch this anime, and I was only 13 years old, and it traumatized me.
Yeah, Trigun is absolutely the saddest thing at the end. Up until that point, it is goofy bullshit.
Yeah.
It is absolutely does not set you up for how sad it is at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's fucked up.
It's so, oh my god, it's weird. Because it's like, it's just this goofy guy who's hunted by everyone. And then these two women are trying to figure out why it's him. Because he doesn't kill anybody. The collateral damage happens because of other people hunting him down. And eventually you realize why they call him the human typhoon. Mm-hmm. And it's horribly sad to watch.
Yep. It was awful.
Yes.
Great anime.
Absolutely
Awful.
worth a watch. Horribly sad ending.
Yeah, it's really bad ending, but it's...
Your anime isn't good unless you have an existential crisis at the end.
Exactly, I agree.
Neon Genesis, Trigun.
Yep.
God, what else gave me just real bad feels at the end of them, dude? It's just like that feeling of reading a really good book, and then you finish it and you're like, well, fuck, now what? That's
You know
what good anime should make you feel like.
You know what anime really disappointed me?
What's that?
And I'm going to get a lot of flack for this one. Death Note. Because they wrote themselves into a fucking corner when they killed L.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'll give you that.
Yeah. Like, when they killed L off and they wrote themselves into a corner, I didn't hate the arcs that came after it, but they're just not as good as the L light fucking dynamic that was. Like,
That's very true.
you know what I'm saying? It ended up petering off, like, very quickly after that. Now, granted, I don't know, man. Like, it's funny because, like, Death Note, the way they ended up, like, doing everything where it was, like, he ended up putting his hands too many different places and that's how he got caught up.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that was a fitting end to it, but I think L should have been the one to do it.
So, agreed. Here's another really disappointing one. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this one. Rurouni Kenshin.
I can understand that.
Rurouni Kenshin was so good. It's Trigun. It's Trigun with swords.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like it should have the sad ending at the end. I mean, mind you, vaguely remember how it ended, but I remember being really disappointed because it didn't end like that. Like, I felt like Trigun peaked the ending. Trigun, you have to, when you have a jovial character like that, like Kenshin was, like Vash is, you have to end it on a sad note.
Yep.
I don't even know how fucking.
And that's what happens with Cowboy Bebop.
If I hear the real folk blues ever again, I cry every time.
Yep.
Every time that fucking song plays after he's fucking just in the snow laying on the thing. No, dude, I cry every time.
Yep.
Because I never, I was watching in order. I was go episode by episode, build up my feelings for these people again, and watch it go fucking nowhere.
Yep.
And I die inside every time I watch Cowboy Bebop. It's like that sad song that you listen to and you know it's going to hurt your feelings, but God, does it feel good. That's Cowboy Bebop.
Yep. That's why, look, Cowboy Bebop is, look, we will probably talk about Cowboy Bebop a lot because it's
pinnacle anime. Yeah. It is what
it's my favorite anime. I think it's I will die on the hill that it is one of the best anime of all time.
It is the best anime of all time. I will die on the hill. I don't even like stuff like that. I like mecha, as aforestated. And like before Cowboy Bebop, my favorite anime was probably like Gundam Wing or something. And then I became an adult from Cowboy Bebop, right?
Yeah, look, okay, like a Cowboy Bebop is when I try to get people into anime, Cowboy Bebop is my go-to anime every fucking time.
Because it's not overtly goofy bullshit. It's some goofy bullshit. Right. It's some filler, but even the filler is good.
Right.
The filler is...
You know what I think it is? It's because it's grounded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Except for that weird lobster episode.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ones, by the way. The only like horror-themed episode of it. Absolutely my favorite episode of Cowboy Bebop.
And it's a filler episode.
It is filler. It's filler. It's the best one.
Yes, I love that episode.
Take that back. It's one of two of my favorite episodes. I think Real Folk Blues, the very ending, the one with the weird lobster monster, and Mad Pierrot.
Yeah.
The big floating inflatable dude that kicks the shit out of Spike in the very beginning.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite episodes. Alright, so let's talk about it since we're already on the thing with Cowboy Bebop. I watched the live action adaptation. I tried my hardest to like it. It is bad. The only thing I can say that I really liked about it is the characterizations of both Spike and Jet. The backstory they tried to give Spike, not great. This backstory that they gave the guy that plays Jet Black, though, oh my god, it's hilarious. I loved Jet's characterization. Like, I feel like that needed to happen more in the actual anime. It's like, oh, well, you know what, he's got kids and his fucking superior is now banging his wife. Like, yeah, that makes Jet a sadder character. I loved Jet in the anime, mind you, but I love the characterization they gave him in the live action adaptation. That is the only good thing I can say about it, is that they did a good job with Jet. They picked a great actor. Wish I knew his name off the top of my head, but dude, if you're listening to this, you did a fucking bang up job, dude. I loved you as Jet Black. Like, if you had a Jet Black solo series, I'd watch that shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You, before you picked up a bunch of weirdos on your ship, absolutely. Bang up job.
Yeah.
They even got his fucking facial hair to point out, and he matches the voice. Like, dude, that's the only reason I was even invested in the show, is because I actually really like Jet.
Yeah.
Who is like my least favorite character in the anime.
Yeah.
He was the only thing that held the show together for me as a live action adaptation.
Right.
But as far as sad anime go, what's the most confusing anime you've ever seen?
You'll have to give me a second on that one. Let me think a second. Cause
not like intricate and contrived, right? Because a lot of things can be really intricate and contrived. Like, trying to think of a good example of really just overly intricate for no reason. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. But as far as confusing goes, I do not understand what the fuck happened at the end of Big O. I have no clue. Because Big O, Big Duo, and Big Foul, right? And then there's a thing that just shows up called Big Venus, and then like all of reality kind of disintegrates, and then it's just him walking in the rain, and he looks up to the sky, and I'm just like, the end. And I'm just like, yo, what the hell happened? Yeah. Because I loved Big O. I absolutely loved Big O. The music, the score in Big O is super unsettling. Mm-hmm. I could not sleep when it was on as a kid, so I ended up watching it anyway, no matter how late it came on. And I like the idea of not like a super articulated robot. It's just big arms, a big core, and a head, and legs that can barely move. It's just 5 pieces and a pistons. You know what I mean? And I like that kind of thing. It reminds me of like Gigantor, like one of the original mechas. And I really like it. It's just because it doesn't move well. And it's just egregiously big. And I don't know. There's something about when he pops into it, man. It just puts like that in the mind of like Super Sentai heroes or Power Rangers in America. You know what I mean? He just hops in and it's just and he's just booted up. Yeah. No silly costumes, mind you, but I would have been okay with it, honestly.
Yeah. After I sit here and think about it, I'm trying to think of what even my catalog of anime is. And it's realistically not that big when I sit here and break it down. I've got
let's hear him.
I got a big complaint with Inuyasha, but that's one of them.
I don't think there's a human being on Earth that doesn't have a complaint about Inuyasha.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope all of you can agree. Inuyasha there was so much potential. One of my favorite arcs in that one was the 7 Brothers, I think it was, or something like that.
Yep.
That was
the mercenary group.
Yeah. Yep. Where it was of like half demon dudes and shit like that. Mm-hmm. What I forget their names and stuff, but the aqua green, it almost looked like this color. That dude that wore the armor, the leader, I think he was. Yeah, that was one of my favorite characters.
He had the weird chain sword thing. Yep. Deadass agreed.
Yeah, that was a great story arc.
Yeah, you should have killed not Sesshomaru, but what was the main villain's name? Naraku.
Yeah.
Naraku. They should have killed Naraku right after that shit. That was peak Inuyasha.
Yep.
It should have ended there.
Yep.
With just the 7 bandit dudes or whatever.
Yes.
Being resurrected.
Yes. Actually, yeah. That would have been a great way to have ended it off, because that was for an entire that whole, I think it was like a whole season, but that whole season just felt like the lead up. It was those baddies were hard to fucking take on.
Right.
They struggled the entire fucking season with them. They could not it was not easy. That was not an easy fight. They had a tough run with all 7 of them.
Well, that's kind of how I feel about Bleach, man. It should have ended with the Espada.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
That should have been the big bad ending. Like, you fucking gave me filler bullshit with the god damn it, who were they? The vampire dudes where they suck the souls.
I stopped watching after the Espada, so I have no clue.
It was before the Espada.
Oh.
Yeah. But, you gave me that filler bullshit, a whole goddamn season of it. And then you're not gonna finish it with because he was it. Aizen.
Yep.
Yeah, Aizen was the big bad of everybody. He trumped everybody. So why the fuck did you not leave it at that? Why is it that immediately afterwards you try to tell me the Quincy's are coming back? Fuck you. No, you're just trying to keep me watching, and I'm not buying it, Bleach. Anyways,
I like the Diamond Dust Rebellion, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, dude. I feel like when you have baddies like that set up, that's it. You end it after that. Like, you end on the high notes. Mm-hmm. And that's why I like my anime really short, because Cowboy Bebop, 26 episodes, maybe, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 12, and then I think it's 12 and 13, so I think it's 25.
Yeah.
But it's like you got 12 on the first season, and you got 13 on the other one.
Yeah.
I think that's about what it is.
So yeah, I really appreciate my anime short, but generally when you have short anime, it's kind of to the point and abrupt, like Afro Samurai, which, mind you, I fucking loved the villain in Afro Samurai. He's a cowboy named Justice, and he's played by Ron Perlman, and he has 3 arms, and it's fucking wild. I actually really like the 2 things of Afro Samurai.
You know what? An anime that I think is one of my favorite anime of all time, aside from the 2 I've already named, which is Full Metal Alchemist, either one, Brotherhood or Full Metal Alchemist, and then Cowboy Bebop, and it's one that I've actually never fully watched. I've never finished it. Every time I start it, I never end up finishing it just because I've always Samurai Champloo.
I've never finished it either, and I think it's such a beautiful concept.
Yes.
I don't even know if I've never seen the ending of it.
I haven't either. That's what I'm saying. I think it's probably one of my favorite anime of all time, but I've never seen it to fruition.
The stylization of Samurai Champloo is Cowboy Bebop. I'm pretty sure the manga was done by the same person. But, I mean, instead of it being cowboy jazz in space, it's beatboxing samurai in feudal era Japan.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, exactly that. Like it's the same concept, but like flipped up a little bit.
Yeah, instead of jazz, you have lo-fi hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that.
Right.
And
actually, the artist who made it, not the animation, but all of the music or most of the music in that died in a car accident or a motorcycle accident.
Really?
Around the same time that it was airing.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Speaking of which, anime that has the best soundtrack, like opening theme. Opening or closing?
That's a tough one for me, dude, especially because like Death Note came out in my metal era, and that was like fucking, I had every Death Note song on my playlist.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Because that was my metal kick. Like, and it was metal. Every song from fucking, except for I think the ending of some of the endings. I think one of the endings of the first season was not metal, but all the other ones were metal as fuck.
Okay, well, at some point after we're done recording, we're gonna have to look at them. Now, here's my question to you, because this is my pick, hands down, every time. Have you ever watched Fully Cooley?
Yeah.
I think it's the closing to Fully Cooley. I think is an absolute banger. I would just listen to that shit.
That one's probably the most it's not that's for me probably the most confusing anime for me to watch.
Fully Cooley? Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah, like now granted I do understand it now that I'm older and I've watched it a couple of times. Like I have a better understanding of Fully Cooley. But like originally, nah, dude. I had no fucking idea what was going on.
I
haven't watched the new Fully Cooley that's come out.
Yeah, it only came out 17 years later.
Yeah, I know.
But dude. For the podcast, you want to watch the new Fully Cooley?
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's probably short. I mean, the original Fully Cooley was only like 4 episodes.
I thought it was 2 seasons.
No, man, the original Fully Cooley's only 4 episodes.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, dude, it's not a long show. And it made such a huge cultural impact because it was fucking weird.
Yeah, dude.
I loved it. I liked the meta humor in it. Mm-hmm. It was goofy. It was weird, and it was really horny.
It was really horny. And my favorite part about it is that for all the horny scenes, they just slapped the manga up on the fucking screen instead of animating it. They would just put the fucking manga up to the screen, pretty much. Like, and then just showed the storyboards. Like, that's what they did. They didn't animate it. They just storyboarded the horny shit. And I thought it was a great way to get away with showing shit like that to a younger audience.
I really liked the fact that they had, like, a whole scene of a South Park episode. Mm-hmm. Like, they just cut the director of Medical Mechanica as a South Park character. Yep. It was really weird. I was really off-put by that, and by off-put I mean I really love Fully Cooley.
Yeah, dude. And then
let's just fuck this podcast. Let's watch Fully Cooley. I've hyped myself up about Fully Cooley again. I love Fully Cooley.
Fully Cooley is really good. That's probably one of my favorite anime too.
If you ever want to look up Fully Cooley, it's spelled FLCL.
Yeah.
I do not know why, but that's how you look it up.
Yeah, that's the best way to find it. So I'll just run down. It's so easy for me to run down the list of anime I've seen. It's Fully Cooley. I've seen bits and pieces of Rurouni Kenshin. I've seen bits and pieces of Trigun. I've seen all of what I...
Next time on Clearly Blind Productions.
Except for Gohan, who's half.
Yep.
He kills Goku and Raditz. Piccolo is the only person to have killed 2 Saiyans.
Yes. At one
time. Because guess what? Saiyan's trash, Namekian's good.
Yes. Always.
Down that hill.
Yeah. Yep.
So no Saiyan Saga. No Nappa, no Vegeta, no Goku, no big monkeys destroying cities and shit. Yep. None of that. Saiyans have no reason to be there other than the fact that Goku was there. Yep. There's literally a guy that's Buddha, okay? His name is Tien Shinhan, and he does not get the respect he deserves. Yep. That guy, the third eye, means he's enlightened. That's a fucking Buddha. Yeah, and I'm just sitting here like, God damn, Goku sucks.
Yeah.
Jerry, please listen to me. Jerry, please. I'm pregnant, Jerry. I'm pregnant.
And you're the father, Jerry. Jerry. Love of life.